Okay.
That's right.
All right, I'd like to call this meeting to order. I recognize we have 4 out of the 5 board members present this evening. If you would please stand as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, you've all had a chance to look at the agenda. There is one agenda amendment for tonight. We overlooked putting in the Stellar Employee Award in the agenda, so I'd like to motion that be added to tonight's agenda. I need a second on that.
I'll make a second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Nobody has signed up for public comment this evening, so we will skip over that part and go right to the Stellar Employee.
Okay. Do you want to come on up to the podium? And your family can come with you. If you want to come alone. Okay, right here.
Seriously, feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Somebody's gonna get thrown tonight.
Our stellar employee this month is Sarah Dickerson. Sarah represents what it truly means to have Trojan pride. She continuously seeks to improve her craft while also keeping a clear focus on the bigger vision of how we can strengthen our school, our corporation, and our community. Sarah is not only a teacher, but also a caregiver, counselor, cheerleader, role model, and leader within our building. She motivates and inspires others to be the best they can be, and everything she does comes from a place of compassion. Sarah has a heart not only for the children, but for others as well. Her and a group of her peers are always looking for ways to recognize the hard work of our staff and to shine some light in their direction. Sarah has been a contributing factor to the positive increases we have seen in our school climate. She's also worked to bridge the gap between the school and our community. Since COVID, there's been a disconnect between our building and our families. There were several years that we had to work to keep people out to prevent unnecessary exposure to germs. This in turn created a great divide. Ms. Dickerson has been working with the fellow staff members to reinstate our parent-teacher group to strengthen the connection between home and school. Within her own room, she works intentionally to ensure the parents of her students feel welcome and valued. Ms. Dickerson is also a powerhouse in the classroom, consistently helping her students to surpass their goals. Year after year, she continues to produce impressive growth scores from all of her students, regardless of where they start. She instills a love for learning in her students, which makes them excited to come to school and spend the day with their teacher. There is a sign above the inside of her door that reads, "I loved spending the day with you today," and she truly means that. Sarah is not only kind and compassionate, but also fierce when it comes to advocating for her students. If she feels a student is not receiving all of the support or attention they deserve, inside or outside their school, she'll be the first to step up on their behalf. The needs of her students are always placed before her own. Miss Sarah Dickerson has a genuine heart for all people, big and small. She inspires those around her and leaves a lasting positive impact wherever she serves. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
Did Trevor write that? Congratulations. Good job. Anything to say?
I have nothing to say. I can stand in front of kids all day long, but I don't want to stand.
Well, great job.
She's very deserving.
Thank you.
Moving on to the consent agenda.
Yeah, you can leave.
Yeah, you guys want to take off, you want to take off?
Sorry, they're.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, next on the agenda is the consent agenda. Review and approval of minutes, review and approval of claim dockets, review and approval of fundraisers, review and approval of donations, review and approval of field trips, and review and approval of the personnel report. You've all had a chance to look over these documents. I need a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions on any of those items? No questions? All in favor? Aye. None opposed. That's old business. There is no old business to go over for this meeting, so we're right on to new business. Got review and approval of official intent to reimburse expenditures. And basically what this is if we spend out, if we have a project and we spend out any money before our bonds come in, after our bond comes in, we can use our bond to reimburse. Basically, we'll take out a rainy day to pay for. I know we're having facility studies and other things done, so we can take that out a rainy day right now and pay for it. But then when the bonds come in, we take that money that we pay to basically reimburse ourselves. So that's what this is. This is basically just a approval to reimburse ourselves out of those bonds into a rainy day. So I need a motion and a second to approve the intent to reimburse expenditures.
I'll make a motion to reimburse the expenditures.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any questions on that? No questions? All in favor? Aye. None opposed. Up next, review and approval of resolution regarding Southwest Park Schools due process complaint matter and related issues. You want to tell us a little bit about what that's
I'll
about?
tell you what I can. So Southwest Park is currently dealing with a due process hearing for a special needs student. And right now they're ready to settle, and their insurance company has stated that they will pay for 50% of the fees of the attorneys and costs that have been decided necessary. Their insurance company is saying that the co-op, the special ed co-op's insurance should pay the other 50%. And the special ed co-op's insurance is saying, well, you're not paying anything because we're not directly mentioned in the suit. So now they're saying Covington, because we're the LEA of the special ed co-op, that we need to pay the 50% of the cost for the Southwest Park student that their insurance isn't paying. So the resolution is stating that we do not feel that we are responsible for the other part of the insurance, even though we are the LEA. And I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's where we are.
And it doesn't involve somebody that works for the co-op. It's a employed teacher at Riverton Park Schools. So
It's nothing to do with the co-op. The co-op's not named in the suit. No one in our co-op is named in the suit. And we are just literally the local education agency. They're in they fall on our payroll. They're in Covington. And so somehow they're saying then we would become, our insurance company would need to pay.
and they're saying, no, we don't. Yeah, our insurance company is basically,
Well, we haven't turned anything into our insurance company, but our attorney has helped
Yeah.
with this situation, saying that we would not be liable for that money because for what I would think would be obvious reasons, but maybe not so obvious, but we have nothing to do with the suit or the student.
right.
Or
So basically what this is just us saying that we're not going to pay anything towards their suit. So
correct.
I need a motion and a second for approval on that.
I'll make a motion to accept a statement of position.
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. Any other questions on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. Next item on new business is first reading of policies 2221 through 32320.02. So this is first reading on these, so we don't need any kind of a motion. Will be a second reading next month and approving those policy changes. And that brings us to the end of our meeting. So no public comment this evening. So we'll move to administrative reports. Any other information for us, Vicki? Nothing? Ross, what do you?
Nothing really. We're working through getting everything on at the complex right now. So we had a little bit of trouble, but we're hopefully tomorrow we'll have about everything ready to rock and roll out there.
Good deal. All right. You got anything additional for us?
So in June of last year, we had an OCR complaint filed with Covington that our website was out of compliance with those with disabilities, specifically to those with vision impairment. And it has been an ongoing issue, but we are happy to say that this week we got the letter saying that we have met all the needed requirements in our web pages, now in compliance with vision impaired persons. So,
Great.
Yeah.
Anything else? Upcoming date, spring break next week.
And the weather looks terrible.
Yeah, it's always like that here, spring break. And then we'll be off Good Friday and the following Monday. And then our next board meeting would be on, will be the 13th, right? Yeah, April 13th, so. All right, next thing I need is a motion and a second to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.